This is Costa Rica. I don't know if
Costa
this is
Rica.
anaerobic. Yeah, I think this is just honey. Uriel, estos dos son solamente honey, ¿verdad?
Sí.
No son anaeróbicos.
No, no son anaerobic.
It's just honey.
Oh, okay, just honey.
Not anaerobic. But this one is a variety and this one is another variety.
Right. But see, when I just tasted that one the
but
other day,
uh,
yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah. It's really good variety.
Like that's what I like to get some, equal that's that, and then another honey. Like,
Yeah.
so if this is if these are the only two that he has on the farm, I'll take them.
Okay. Yeah, it's a variety, but you will have more varieties like in a
Right.
while.
So just the regular. So what I was getting was just regular Arabic and Arabic and honey Arabic.
Honey Arabic. Okay.
So the honey Arabic, it had a little tint of blue in it, but it was more like white and brown.
Okay. But this is also Arabic. It's a different
The name.
name.
And the name.
But
Oh,
it's more about farmers and taste. Mainly like this one has to be more fruity than this one. This one has to be like more like dry fruits or nuts and this kind of stuff.
Right.
So it's like
This one's more sweeter than this one.
yeah.
See, that's what I want. I want the sweet.
You want a sweet?
I want the sweet because what it's doing is it's actually, you know what I'm saying, with the cinnamon. If I put the cinnamon to it, it's actually gonna be, you know what I mean?
So we also want to be clear about what you really want, what you really need. We need to specify like much more to help you to get your best final product. So we would like to know like which process you like it most. If it's honey, if it's anaerobic honey, if it's just natural,
Right.
or if it's because we want to know what we can prepare, and we also want to know which variety you will like the most. Like, if you want that we make the honey on the Parainema, or if you want that we make it natural on the Parainema, or maybe you want Costa Rica 95 natural, and maybe you want this honey, we can make it like different. But you just need to tell us like what you think is the best for you.
And I like the so like what I've been doing. I had the honey Arabic. And then I had just Arabic.
Is it washed?
And they're both washed.
But the honey is not washed. It shouldn't be washed. Normally honey
Okay,
is...
so maybe it ain't washed. It's just the regular Arabic is washed. But the honey had like, when he showed me the photo last year of the honey, it had like that little, like it looked sticky.
Yeah, it is sticky.
You know what I'm saying? But what I had in my bag, it wasn't sticky. But it had a unique smell to it.
Yeah.
I could tell the difference between the one that was honey than the Arabic.
Yeah, it's more like it wasn't sticky because of the moisture. If we put it when it's sticky and if we put it in the bag, then it gets moldy.
Right.
So we can send you like sticky, but
Right.
it was sticky in some point.
Right. Okay. So yeah, and you can smell that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I really want to buy, more of that, because my customers want more of that. Like if I give them the regular, they don't, they're like,
Okay. ¿Vos vas a tener alguna muestra ahorita de naturales, honey y todos los procesos que haces en la finca? Para que él sienta el olor de los diferentes.
Y no hay.
No andas ahorita.
Sí, en la casa sí tengo.
Ahora, tal vez sería bueno que se los enseñe para que él sepa. Porque él me está diciendo ahorita que para este proceso de ponerle sabor a canela al café, es mejor el honey que el lavado.
No, claro.
Sí, entonces
Es que lo que se lleva ahorita es honey.
Tal vez también no sabemos si también el natural sea mejor o el honey anaeróbico sea mejor.
this is mine.
Solo que
más reposado.
Sí, yo sé.
Más reposado.
Sí, se lo ofrece.
Sí.
para que él sepa qué es lo que, o sea, que tenés y solamente le decimos nada más que este va a tener otro precio y ya.
Sí.
Entonces le explica.
No,
Más suave.
Sí, solamente que no podemos...
Suave.
Pero yo ya le dije para todos los procesos que se hacen en la firma, pero no podemos como solo decirle, hay que mostrárselo porque vos sabes que lo que él hace
ya la van a ver,
al final es un producto que no es lo mismo.
Vamos a explicarle
So we're going to explain now how to make it.
Este es una cata al estilo brasileño.
This cup tasting like a Brazilian style.
Ponemos 150 ml
We put 150 milliliters
por
of water
8.25.
per each
Gramos de
0.25 grams of coffee.
Ya. Evaluamos la fragancia en seco, que fue cuando estaba molido.
We evaluate the fragrance when it's dry, when we get the copy and we get the copy and we
Y
get the,
evaluamos el aroma inhúmedo, que es ya la relación agua-café.
and now we are smelling again, which is like the relationship between water and coffee.
En el protocolo deberíamos de tener un formato para ir escribiendo cada
En el-
característica que tú percibes.
In the protocol, we should normally have a format, a kind of spreadsheet that we will write each thing that we fill.
So how do you know what you're writing? Like, I mean, how do you get your score? I mean, how do you actually know? Is it from the, you know, like on my computer I can see where I put the cupping, and my cupping's 84.44, right? So I write that down on a piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, how do I know it's actually what I put in as a cupping?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you, like if you didn't know that I put it at 84.44, how would you know if you come up here and was like,
Now because you're used this spreadsheet and then you're writing down like when I get there the fragrance was this,
Tenemos
this,
5
and
minutos,
when
debemos
I
de
mix it
quebrar.
with water was this and this.
Oh,
And so
okay.
I will put some points and then when I taste it,
And so it's your own personal.
yeah.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
perception, like it's
So
kind of
1 to
unique.
10?
It's yeah, you put it like kind of 1 to 10 or 1 to 5.
Break.
This is we call this break the cup.
Yeah.
And it basically you move the spoon, but you have to put your nose as close as you can on a cup. Then you pull it off,
Okay.
like you make this.
Clean.
Now clean the spoon, and then the next cup. Put the nose really close, and then go back. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then next you clean it, and then the next.
This is my first time. I like it.
¿Qué dice?
Que a él le gusta mucho esta parte del olor.
Ajá.
Okay.
I smell chocolate a little bit in that.
Yeah, que huele un poquito de chocolate. So this is what you put like on the score. There is a table that is also saying like what is the smell. So you say like if you like the smell, so you put it on 5 because it's or if you don't like it, you put it on 1.
Right.
Yeah.
I like the smell. So same with this one.
No, this one is already broke.
Oh,
This one, if you see, there is no like
Okay.
this later. It's already with the cream. So you put inside the cup the spoon, then go forward, yeah, and then back, yeah, like that.
I can smell the natural in this. I can smell like the earth.
Que siente tierra.
Que
No,
siente,
pasa.
puedes sentir lo natural en eso, puedes sentir sí, como la tierra. It's because when we say that it smells like earth, it's different.
Like I can smell the soil, the dirt. It has a different. It's like a. Maybe I'm not saying it right. I'm saying like it has that. Like the bean smell, like in just like that, and you pull. It's in the bag, and you smell it. I can smell that.
So que él siente como el olor del grano verde aquí, como lo que
Sí, es
viene,
el cacao.
la esencia.
Sí, sí.
And this one is, este es el de,
Ese es
el de la bolsa.
ya el producto terminado.
And this one is yours.
Right. Yeah, I can smell all of that. Cinnamon and everything.
Okay. So now you're gonna break another one, this one.
I'm gonna let somebody else break it.
Quebrar una...
I can try yours because I'm really curious about from the smell. Okay.
¿Cuántas cucharas andan? Ah, sí, no le ya estaba la tuya, ¿verdad que no me la echa en la bolsa?
Aquí ando la tuya, vamos a hacer un cambio con esto.
¿Verdad?
You like
Y una
Yeah,
vez,
like it.
huevón, y una vez, huevón.
You can feel a lot of sugar in it, actually. You can feel a lot of sugar in your coffee. Like from the smell.
the natural.
Esa es la que ya está total.
This one
La
isn't.
segunda no,
Dale de aquí.
no pudimos probarla.
This one isn't
Pero esa es la
as
primera
strong,
que se
but
llevó
you
más
can
tiempo.
smell it, but you don't smell the cinnamon as much. To me,
Yeah.
maybe
It's not that sweet
right,
as the other one.
because it didn't sit as long as I usually let it
Yeah.
sit. You know?
It's too much like fresh.
Ahora viene la parte de degustación donde vas a evaluar acidez.
Now that he's cleaning the cream and all the things that's just on top, now is the part that we will evaluate the taste. So we're gonna know like if it's acid, if it's sweet, if it's bitter, and we will qualify like what is the best. Like also we made the 3 cups because we also want to know if it's consistent, if it has consistency. So if the 3 cups have the same taste, that means that the coffee is quite consistent. If it's like sweeter in this one and then more bitter in this one, and it's like maybe more acid in this one, doesn't mean that it's bad coffee, but it means that it doesn't have the consistency. Maybe you need coffee with consistency because you're mixing things, so it's important to know this.
Right, and that's what I try. Well, let me rephrase that. That's what I do when I'm roasting it. I want the consistency. So for me, I know if it's wet, it's gonna take a little bit, but I can still bring out the same exact what I did before previously. But I gotta watch it more, and I gotta look at my numbers. I gotta look at my heat, my fan, my I forgot what my SB car is called. It's an SB. It's like your it's basically your temperature.
Like
But-
outside temperature or
No,
inside
it's
the drum?
inside, but you still got your heat here. So like, okay, so say if I do 230 Celsius, right? That's what my SB is. It'll go all the way up to 230 Celsius. Then I got my heat, so I can fluctuate the heat up and down, but I can see my heat moving. It'll tell me if it's at 150, 180, you know what I'm saying? If I keep my heat at 100 here, it'll just keep rising until I stop it or until I slow it down. So I can bring the temperature back down, and then I can take it back up. You know, I can
Yeah, you can
fluctuate
move it.
it
Yeah, you can blame it.
depending on the cupping. So once it's actually, so there's this thing called a PID. So once I push it, it'll automatically do it for me. So the PID might drop. You know, if I was playing with it, the PID will go down
Okay.
and hold here, and then it'll raise my temperature back. So it's actually doing my cupping for me.
Okay. Yeah.
So if I put in 8.5 on the cellar, 8.5 on the fragrance, and say I put 8 on the
So you
sweetness.
kind of program your profile,
Correct.
and then the machine is replying on all the programs you
I put it in there.
you're ready for it. Okay. Es que él dice que básicamente pues el programa lo que hace es programar su máquina para que la máquina le tenga la misma consistencia, porque es así como su consistencia. que pues que yo le dije que con las 3 tazas pues, nosotros miramos la consistencia del café y que lo que él hace en su parte es que el programa pues su máquina dependiendo del calor que le dé, entonces dependiendo del juego pues por la corriente de aire y el calor que le da y los grados de temperatura. Y así pues él va sabiendo el programa de la máquina para que la máquina le mantenga la consistencia del tueste.
Lo último no tengo.
So you spit it
Lo último
here.
no entendí.
Yeah. El programa su máquina para que su máquina le repita
La curva.
Ajá. Y así él mantiene la consistencia para que todo el café le salga igual.
Bien. Pobre. Explicarle la web.
You know, I've never done this, right? So they're like, I'm like, how you know what I'm saying? How you make the noise and all
You
the
don't have to
like,
make the noise
Oh, okay.
like it is normal. You take a little bit of coffee and then you try to like make a serve as when you smoke like
oh, okay.
it's kind of it, and then you try to make it like stronger to get all the coffee, to get all your mouth in the coffee. Like put all the coffee in your mouth. Like try to feel it on your side, there, big bag, and in front
Like
of the
wine.
tongue. Yeah,
Like wine
exactly
taste.
like wine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Le da que risa. Ya, make it. No entiendo.
Try to clean the spoon after each cup.
Yeah,
You don't be contaminated.
Yeah.
Por eso es que tiene que limpiar la taza. Explicarse porque no también.
Yeah.
Aquí siento demasiado cargado.
Yo aquí siento como un problemita en el cuerpo.
Pero aquí, probar la muestra de él. Siento que está demasiado
Está más
amargo.
reposado, ¿ok?
Sí. O sea, los sabores tan fuertísimos. Pata de mule. Sí. Esto que hicimos, fíjate que está un poquito más,
Por el proceso.
más tomable, ¿no?
Lo vas a estar rico.
Ah, sí.
A mí me gusta.
Ah,
O sea, no para tomar diario, pues, pero
claro.
incluso hasta con hielo.
Ah, con hielo salida.
Sí, ya sabes que huevo nuevo.
Sí. Y por el mismo hielo, la recomendable que con hielo.
Yeah,
Sí.
because I like this. I like coffee, like this black coffee when it's here, it's hot water. Normally in the afternoon I have like coffee with ice. And we sometimes take coffee beans and I drink this coffee. So I told him that your coffee can be perfect to have it
With
like,
ice,
with
yeah.
ice, you know,
Yes.
it can be.
I make it so it's both. You can have it hot or ice. Now when I put it, I do
Y sí,
18.
él hace los dos.
I do 18. I'll tell you guys this. I do 18 hours. I take my coffee after I do everything I do to it, and I put it into a 5-gallon pan. And then I put water to it, and I let it sit in the refrigerator for 18 hours. And then after that, I strain it, and then it's
Que él dice que lo prepara, lo pone en diferentes como recipientes. Después de que lo prepara, lo deja en su refrigeradora como por 18 horas. Y que ya después de que. Pues básicamente hace ice coffee como debería ser. Y que después es súper bueno. Y sí, se siente. De hecho, a mí me gustaría como así para eso. Este no me gusta. La medicina. Pero no medicina como fenol, sino como árabe.
say, do you think that tastes consistent? Before I give you my answer, do you think that tastes consistent?
If it's consistent, let me try.
Before I give you my answer.
copy. I was more into the taste, the consistency.
Aquí sale más concentrado también porque vos pensaste en morir. Aquí pensamos en total. Pero no con todo. Si con hielo no pensaría que agua. Y fíjate que lo que él dice, se concentra más los dulces, el azúcar. Y estoy seguro que este café no es fresco. Este café es de la cosecha pasada. Y todavía con esa vaina se conserva.
Yeah, it's consistent. Yeah. You have the same acidity in the 3 cups, and you have the same sweetness in the 3 cups, and it's quite consistent. And then I'm surprised because it shouldn't be that consistent because we didn't make it the grain, you know. We have it already grinded.
Yeah, I grinded it.
Yeah.
Eso es lo que quería probar.
I would say this tastes consistent. It isn't as I taste the cinnamon, but it's not like the taste.
No, that's different. It's quite different. Also the acidity, because when you make a cup taste in the acidity, you can feel the acidity on the side of your mouth.
I feel that in this.
And you feel, yeah.
But it's smooth. It's smooth though.
Yeah.
And a lot of people's told me it's, you know, because I've never done this before, like I said, but people's told me that it's smooth. It's not a high acidity where it's like overwhelming, and the taste is amazing.
Yeah.
I would say this is consistent. The taste is not as strong though. You know, I know we didn't do it like I do. You know what I'm saying?
It tastes weird to me.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some sweetness, and but for me, it tastes of some kind of syrup. To me, this is the taste of it.
Right. But that's because we didn't.
Yeah, because we didn't make it as we should.
Now that one.
This one is the best. Yeah.
I think that one and this one, mine is the best, right? And consistent taste-wise and everything.
Yeah.
Now when I came to this one, I think it was this one. It was this one, the middle one. Had a different taste than this one.
Yeah, this one is not consistent. Yeah,
Right.
And it has some kind of weird taste, like herbs.
Like the earth. To me, earth, like the.
To
like
me,
when I
it's
was a
like
little kid, I ate dirt.
que dice que le sabe como a tierra, pero él sabe que sabe a tierra porque cuando él estaba niño él comía tierra.
No. I'm saying the earthy, you know.
Que siente como un sabor a tierra.
No, it's not bad coffee. I'm saying
no es un café malo, solo
the taste.
solo tiene el sabor. Tal vez lo que él dice es que, fíjate que yo le siento como aquel café que es muy fresco, que sabe como a chitoma bien fresca, como esa hierba.
Como hierba.
Sí.
Tiene un poco de palo.
Sí, así eso. A mí no me gusta ese café.
Por lo general cuando es cosecha nueva, que estás con una cosecha vieja y empezás con una nueva, sí tienes ese sabor.
Sí, es casi no me gusta mucho.
Bien.
And see, this leaves that to me, when I started it, I wanted to find something that wasn't, you still tasted coffee, but it didn't leave that coffee in your mouth.
We call this aftertaste.
Right. I wanted you to be able to still taste that without getting that dry. You know, after you taste coffee, I mean, just any coffee, sometimes you get that dry taste in your mouth. Like, I still got this coffee.
It shouldn't be like that. I mean, if it's good coffee, it shouldn't be aftertaste dry. It should be like kind of chocolate aftertaste,
right,
or fruity aftertaste,
right,
but it can't be like dry.
So that's why I was trying to, you know, not trying, I did. You know what I'm saying? I know I perfected it to where you still get coffee, but you keep that cinnamon on your palate.
Sí, que él dice que lo que él estaba tratando de lograr con esto, que lo que realmente logró es que uno a veces le queda, como ellos a veces han probado café y les queda un sabor seco, como el resabio seco. Entonces yo le dije que el buen café pues no se siente el resabio seco.
Sí.
Entonces, pero él dice pues que a veces pues eso le había pasado como consumidor y que ahora pues él está haciendo que con su café lo que él está haciendo es que uno sienta pues el sabor al café en el resabio, pero que a uno también le quede como esa frescura del sabor de la canela.
And question. Can you ask everyone what their opinion was of this, of mine? I want to know everything they think about it, the taste, everything we said, the acidity, todo.
Ok, él dice que si podrían como todos darle una opinión sobre su café, sobre este café. Básicamente que le digan qué piensan ustedes de la acidez, de la dulzura, de lo amargo, de todo básicamente. ¿Cuál sería la conclusión de su perfil?
He doesn't like me. But they've been doing it for so long, they got that down pat. The noise.
No me daña la camioneta porque se la saco nueva.
You can just let it run.
¿Cómo fue? ¿Cómo el sabor se va a diluir rápido?
They just keep tasting mine. That shit's good.
Sí, está bien.
And he said that it's yummy. And when you,
It's yummy?
yeah,
It's yummy?
when you serve, like when you make a sip, you feel all the flavor in it, like just the acidity, the sweetness, the bitterness. It's so consistent. But once you already taste it and you spit it out, the taste disappears. So he feels it's not bad.
The taste disappears like it don't stay in your mouth.
Yeah. And after you spit it out, it doesn't stay there like the rest of the coffee.
Right.
And he said that, and now I feel that like the aftertaste is more like coffee than cinnamon.
Me parece muy bien la mezcla.
He
Porque
thinks
no pierde la esencia del café.
mixed because it doesn't lost the coffee essence. I mean,
Porque
coffee
al
is
final lo que te queda es el saborcito del resabio que te da el café. Sí se siente bastante la dulzura que te resalta la canela.
You feel a lot of sweetness from the cinnamon, but also you feel the good taste from the coffee.
Correct.
Como catador
As a
y como tomador de café puro,
And coffee drinker, pure coffee drinker,
Sí.
me parece muy buena también.
I think it's a good mix.
Thank you.
Yeah, I also think it's a good mix. I mean, I have quite a lot of years on buying coffee and roasting coffee, also making coffee like them.
No tenés agua.
Este tipo de café, tipo 2 de la tarde, una
Yeah,
buena compañía.
he said that this kind of coffee for him can be for around 2 afternoon, be sitting and some chill with some good company.
Es que no te deja relajado todo.
To relax.
Yeah, for sure. And once, another thing is once it cools down, you get more.
Yeah.
Like you were saying, it will be good for a iced coffee. cold brew iced coffee. So when it's hot, you get that taste and everything. But for me, I don't get all of it. But if I give it like a minute or two to like just cool down from coming out of the pot, I get it.
Y dice que cuando lo siente muy caliente, él no siente como todo el sabor que tiene, él no siente como mejor cuando le enfrían. Y sí es cierto porque yo lo sentí más ácido ya más frío. And we are saying that it's true what you're saying because we feel more the acidity when it was getting colder and cooler. Well, the acidity was like setting up much more than when we tasted hot.
Right.
And we make actually these two things because normally when people is having coffee, they normally like the coffee. They have it first sip when it's hot, and they talk to each other, and then the coffee gets cold. Yeah. So we make the cuppings like 2 times, and we evaluate how it is when it's how it is when it's cold, and how it is when it's hot. And this is also good for us, like to know how the coffee behaves when it will be in a table in a coffee shop or in your house.
So what about like, you know how like when you take it and you spin it like this and you see the color lay on the cup and then it drops down? You know what I'm talking about? So like.
You mean the body of it?
Is that what it's called, the body? I'm not sure.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
so you mean
so
you move it?
So if you move it like this, but see mine right now, you know, there's nothing there. You can see just a little bit of it stay on there. The brown color. And then it just slides back down the cup. What is that?
It's extraction.
Okay.
That's when you leave it like that, it means that it's already extracted. So all the coffee down. That's why we didn't like after we put the water, the extraction starts. So the coffee it stays up and it's making extraction. When we make the thing that we call the cup is when we stop the extraction, and that's why we also do not touch the table. Because if we move the cup when it's making the extraction, it will be over-extracted.
Okay. So that's an abstraction of the coffee.
That's the extraction of the coffee.
Because you know, like when you take a sip of the coffee, you see the brown kind of slide back down the cup into your...
Yes, this is when the extraction already happened, when all the extraction is done. Tal vez si vos le puedes explicar mejor la cuestión de la extracción, porque yo no soy muy técnico. ¿Así me entendiste? Sí.
Así. El problema de revolverlo es que le estás sobreextrayendo. Entonces, la planta está más fuerte.
The problem is when you like mix it, it's that you are over extracting. And then the coffee became like stronger and not that consistent.
Y ya le queda ese saborcito como residuo de café.
And then it has this taste.
Como a pinol, más, pero no es pinol, es café.
Sandy coffee.
A
lot of people say, oh, I want Colombian, Cubano coffee, right? Which is a lot of coffee and just a little bit of water.
Como espresso, like espresso.
Like an espresso, but it's like only like a little bit of water compared to a lot of coffee.
Que dice que es como la gente a veces pide cubano, que es mucho café y poquita.
But you can't get Cuban coffee. You know what I'm saying? That you can't import it or nothing. There's nothing. So, you know, when I live in Miami now, so when I'm talking to the people, they're like, I don't want no Nicaraguan coffee, I want Cubano coffee. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, at first I didn't know what Cuban coffee was. And then someone told me and I was like, oh, okay. So next time I'll just tell them, you can make Cuban coffee out of this. You know?